Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rainfall podcast. And today we're going to be talking again about races and talking about the accelerated. So, talking again about some creatures who were taken and experimented upon by the preeminent to create something new. But this time it's not just humans who were experimented upon. The accelerated are races of animals who were experimented upon by the preeminent to sort of see how they could create a human-like creature from vastly accelerating the evolution process of various animals. And so, accelerated, what they are in general, are very human-like creatures. They have sort of the normal bipedal appearance of humans, but they have the addition of other animalistic traits. They may have ears or tails or horns or claws or things like that that are, of an animal nature. And so, in general, they again act like animals because that's what they are. They're just animals who have had their genetics rapidly accelerated to the point that they've evolved to a mostly human form. And so they do have, skin tones that are very close to normal human colors, and their hair colors tend to be the same as the sort of fur colors that you would see on their animal forms. So someone who was evolved from a fox might have red hair, whereas someone who's evolved from, say, a deer might have more brown hair. And their eyes are usually rather simple colors. Things like green and yellow and black are pretty common in that regard. And so their culture. What about the culture of these kinds of races? Well, not much has changed from their days of being animals. In general, they live in small family units. So this is a family and maybe some extended relatives, things like that, living in small tribal groups. And they tend to, for the most part, be more like hunter-gatherers. So they spend all of their time going out and hunting for food and, gathering things like nuts and berries and things like that to bring home and, feed the rest of their people. And in general, they greatly respect their elders. People who have become too old to help out in, hunting or taking care of the rest of the family group sort of become these respected elder figures who are there to kind of guide the rest of the tribe into, the future and how they should continue to act. Now, relations between the accelerated and outside groups. This is where things get slightly complicated because slavery has become a large issue for the accelerated. For the most part, slavers tend to head to the homeland of the accelerated to capture them, drag them away, and force them into slavery, to be servants or things like that throughout other lands that might permit slavery. And some of them may even end up having the rather unfortunate fate of being forced to become hosts to the amorphous that we talked about earlier. So, to them, outsiders and people they don't know are always potentially dangerous. They may be a slaver trying to drag them away from their homes and their family and things like that. And so they tend to try to just keep to themselves and stay out of the way of other people and things like that, and just stick to their own ways. And lastly, talking about their religious beliefs. And so they practice a rather simple form of ancestor worship. And so they believe that their ancestors and people who have come before them continue to live on as spirits, and that they can sort of commune and pray with them in order to gain guidance and inspiration on things to do for their lives and things that can make themselves better. And so that is about it for the accelerated. Next time, we're going to continue talking about races, and we're going to be talking about the composites. So that is it for this time. If you liked it, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and I will see you next time.